Hi guys, this is Emily from Emily's Anthology, and today I'm going to be doing a quick eyebrow tutorial for you guys. In a little bit, I'm going to be removing my eyebrow makeup and showing you exactly how I do my eyebrows. But before that, I just wanted to share with you guys a few tips and tricks for how to get the perfect eyebrow shape, how to tweeze properly, and the brushes that you should be using depending on what kind of brow you'd like to achieve. So if you want to find out a bit more about how to do your eyebrows, then watch on. So the first step to achieving the perfect eyebrow is, of course, finding out what kind of brow shape suits you best. You need to find out exactly where your eyebrow should start, where it should arch, and where it should end. The best technique that I know of so far is to use a pencil or a brush and anchor it on the side of your nose this way in position 1. So to find out where your eyebrow should start, you place the pencil at position 1, which is directly straight when it is anchored to the wing of your nose. And this should tell you exactly where your eyebrow should start. Now this is really important because eyebrows frame the face. So where your eyebrow starts actually affects how open or closed your face is, so to speak. If you have eyes that are really wide set, then you should definitely bring your eyebrows closer in and start them from a closer point on the center of your face, because that's going to help bring your features together. Whereas if your eyes are really close together, then you should start your eyebrows a little bit beyond the point that you found with your pencil earlier, because that will then open up your face. For Asian eyes, there's no set position where an eyebrow should start for Asian eyes, but as a point of guidance, I have a really flat nose bridge, which kind of opens up the features of my face a little bit. So to balance that out, a close together brow suits my face better. You kind of have to do a bit of trial and error with this in order to get the perfect brow shape. Point number 2 shows you where your arch should be. Again, you'll use your pencil for this. Anchor it to the wing of your nose and make sure that it runs through your iris when you're looking straight into the mirror, and the point at which the pencil touches your eyebrow should be the point at which you form the arch of the eyebrow. You can kind of play with this a little in terms of exactly how high you want the arch to be. A point of guidance I would say would be to not stray too far from your original eyebrow shape, because otherwise that might look a little bit weird and you would have to tweeze a little bit too much, which should not be done when it comes to brows. You should not tweeze too much. I cannot stress this enough. Some people say that the eyebrow should end at point 3, which is 45 degrees away from position number 1, with the pencil still anchored to the wing of your nose. I don't really think that there is a hard and fast rule when it comes to this. You can do that for a regular eye, but I think it also should depend on what kind of eye makeup you're doing. For example, if you're doing a really heavy smoky eye, then I think that your eyebrows should be extended a little bit to sort of balance out the eye makeup, so to speak. There are also a few ways that you can draw your eyebrow in. There's of course the pencil, the felt tip pen, the brush and eyeshadow. My personal preference for filling in eyebrows is the eyebrow powder because it gives a really nice polished look. My favorite product for filling in the eyebrows is the Anastasia Beauty Express Kit. I'm sure many of you have seen this on my blog before. What it is basically a collection of highlight colors, eyebrow colors, and an eyebrow wax right at the very end, and it comes with the Anastasia eyebrow brush as well. So far I haven't found an eyebrow brush that performs as well as the Anastasia eyebrow brush. It has the best bristles and the best density and the best pliability of brush hairs that I've ever seen in an eyebrow brush, and it just deposits the product really, really well. I haven't come across another eyebrow brush that is able to disperse the eyebrow powders as well as the Anastasia brush. As far as the Anastasia eyebrow powders go, I wouldn't say that they are that amazing. I stand by their brush for sure, but when it comes to eyebrow powders, I think that you can choose whatever eyebrow powder works best for you. This particular set is very cool toned, so it suits my eyebrows because I have such black cool toned hair. If you have redder hair or a warmer tone in general, then I would suggest going for the Saks Perfect Brow Shaping Kit, and still buy the Anastasia eyebrow brush obviously, but the powders in the Saks eyebrow kit should suit your skin tone and your hair color better because they are very much warmer, as you can see. I'm not sure if you can tell the difference between the eyebrow powders, but the Saks eyebrow powder is very much more warm toned than the Anastasia one. Also, the Saks eyebrow kit is a lot cheaper than the Anastasia eyebrow kit, and the shadows or the eyebrow powders that are provided in this kit are very much bigger than the Anastasia eyebrow powders. The great thing about both these kits is that they also come with these eyebrow stencils, and these are really amazing if you're trying to shape your eyebrows for the first time. All you have to do is pick one that matches the shape that you mapped out with your pencil earlier. You can choose between the kinds of arches that you prefer. They have the medium arch, the petite arch, the slim high arch, and they also have a bunch of others. And basically what you do is you pick the one that you like the best, and you go out and you purchase a white pencil, an eye pencil, an eyebrow pencil, an eyeshadow crayon. Anything will do as long as it's white. And what you want to do is place the stencil exactly where it should be placed on your eyebrow, and color it in with the white pencil. And then you go in with your tweezers and you tweeze any of the hairs that don't lie within that white pencil. One thing very important to remember is that the root of the eyebrow should be the one that you're looking at. So if the root is still within the white pencil but the tip of the eyebrow hair isn't, keep it there. Do not tweeze it. All you have to do is either trim it with a pair of scissors later, or you can use an eyebrow wax to sort of comb everything into place. As far as tweezers go, I also have a HG brand. I haven't tried a pair of tweezers, and I've tried a lot of tweezers, trust me. I haven't tried a pair of tweezers that work or pick up the hairs as well as the Tweezerman tweezers. And this is what the original size tweezer looks like. And I actually got this really recently because this is one of the latest colors that Tweezerman Australia has released in response to the color that has been dominating Spring Fashion Week, which is geranium. And aside from the really pretty color, these tweezers are the most amazing tweezers I have ever tried. They pick up the hairs really well, even the really small ones, the ones that got cut off. These are amazing. You have to try Tweezerman tweezers if you haven't yet, because they will change your life. I still think these are the best tweezers I have ever come across. So this is my bare eyebrow. As you can see, I hardly have any hairs on my eyebrow at all, and that's the way it's always been, unfortunately. So I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills kit for this, and especially the Anastasia brow brush. And I'm just going to be picking out both the colors in the palette. I like to mix them both together. And the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out an outline on the lower part of my eyebrows. So right at the very bottom edge of my eyebrows, I'm going to lay out a sort of outline as to how my eyebrow should be. This little outline actually helps keep your brows in check and helps the overall makeup look very finished and polished. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in the areas all the way until the top of the eyebrow. Again, I'm going to mix both eyebrow powders, and from about a quarter of the way in, I would say, that's where I'm going to start, because the very inner corners of the eyebrows should be quite light, so I'm going to leave that for later. I don't really do very much with my brows. I'm not a very high maintenance brow person, but I do like my brows to look very nice and polished. So I'm going to do them all the way until the upper part of the brows. And I'm going to go back in and I'm going to lay down a nice smooth line. And with whatever's remaining on my brush, I'm then going to brush through upwards in upward strokes the front of my eyebrow. And then I'm going to smooth all that over. And that's the basic brow shape done. Now, depending on how finished or natural I want my brows to look, I do the upper area. Now, if I want my brows to look sort of, well, as natural as they can look, because I always fill them in, I leave it as it is. But if I want a bit more of a polished, finished look, then I also outline the upper area of my eyebrows. So the upper line also gets sort of a very smooth, very thick outline. And that's the finished eyebrow look. Really simple, really no fuss. I like to trim my brow hairs. If you looked closely, you'd see a couple of stray hairs here. Now what I usually do with these stray hairs is I snip them off so that they're all within that brow line. You can also use an eyebrow gel to comb them in place, but I don't have very many eyebrow hairs to begin with, so I find that step kind of redundant for me. So what I do is, after I tweeze, I snip off the hairs that are a bit too long so that everything fits within this nice brow shape. So that's basically how I do my brows. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any questions or comments at all, just leave them down in the comment box and I will answer them as soon as I can. If you have any other basics videos that you'd like to request, please also leave a comment down below and I will get to the videos as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!